Hey guys, Loco88 here, and today I'm bringing you the first part of my DayZ Tactics and Tips series. Now, as it says in the title, tactics and tips will be given in terms of different kind of situations which you will face in DayZ, especially at Epoch, where you can come across server missions, base building, all those kind of things. I'm going to give you some advice on how to do things differently, and also show you some of the things what we as OSC do, and me and Great Dane do, to try and show you other ways you can possibly do things. Now, this is just the way we do it. It may not be the best way of doing things. It doesn't always work for us as well, as plenty of you would have seen enough of my videos to see that things don't always work out for us. Now, this video is going to focus around AI server missions, and the two clips which you're going to see are old clips, so I can't guarantee the footage is going to be really good, because I've re-downloaded it from my channel to re-edit it, and the outcome might not be great. So in future, the quality will be different, as I'm going to use raw footage to make my future videos. So this clip here, this is an old clip from Overpoch, and we're basically at a server mission which is just south of Devil's Castle. Now, a couple of things you need to do when you go to server missions. One of the first things what we do as OSCs when we do go is we want to basically have a look. You need to know exactly where the actual mission is. You need to know what kind of terrain it's in, where the elevation points are, any solid structures like buildings, walls, all those kind of things. Any point where you could get an advantage, or anyone else can get an advantage, you need to know where those locations are. You need to also know and look out for what kind of weaponry the AI have. As you can see in the clip here, there's AI on 50 cals. Now, if one round hits you, you're a goner, so they have to be a priority target. Now, other missions you may come across Hueys, paratrooping AI, you may come across armed vehicles on the ground. There's numerous different things you can come across, but you need to be aware of exactly what you're dealing with. Now, one of the best things to do as well is basically with the higher weaponry they've got, with the 50 cals, you've got to take them out first. Like I said, one shot from those will take you down, so you need to get rid of the biggest firepower threat which they've got. Also, as we're in a two-man team at the moment, I'm to the south of the mission. Dane's about 400-500 meters away from me to the west behind some other cover. Now, it's best to be separated for two reasons. One, obviously the AI is going to have to keep crossing fire, or they're going to concentrate on one or the other, so then the other person can have clear firing at the AI to take them down quicker. Another good reason for that is if there's players in the areas with server missions on, especially Epoch and Overpoch, other players are going to go for the loot. So, while I'm firing away, I don't really know if anyone's coming up behind me, and because we can't use a rear guard because there's only two of us, we have to be separated, just so then if I drop, or Great Dane drops, the other knows there is other players in the area. So, like I say, it is essential to basically make sure you do take out the heavy weapons AI first. Like I say, 50 cal or Hueys or whatever they've got, but I'd always suggest taking out the 50 cal ones straight away. You need to make sure you're at a range quite far away to make it more difficult for the AI. Now, obviously AI is going to have some kind of aimbot. We don't know how accurate that can be changed. That can be altered, obviously, server side. So they could be really good, they might not be, but you need to basically make sure that you keep a distance. Now, as you can see, this clip from Taviana, I'm about 800 meters away trying to snipe away, which isn't really working for me as I'm using VSS, but the further away you are, the harder it's going to be for the AI to respond to you and also hit you. Now, in this clip, Great Dane is a lot closer, so he can deal with them directly while I try and pick them off from afar. So, all in all, when you do attend these missions, you have to be careful of the AI and of people surrounding you. So if there is one or two of you, you do need to spread out. Make sure you're in an area where you can get easy cover, or you're behind cover, for when those shots do start coming at you, you can get behind cover. Also be careful, because a lot of AI which we've seen lately do start flanking. So you have to be careful of AI approaching you, coming towards you, or even trying to outflank you. They're not as stupid as people may think they are. So all in all, it's not going to be a long video this. There's some of the main points, but main things which I'm going to go over again just for you to keep an eye out on is location. See the location, see if any advantage points where you could go, or where any players may be. Check out what kind of weaponry the enemy AI have, like say vehicle-wise, or with 50 cals, or even if they've got PKPs, Mat 48s, things like that. You need to know what kind of firepower they've got. Thirdly, you need to make sure that you take out the highest firepower first and move it down to the least firepower. Just because obviously if you're going to be firing rounds, the last one shooting you want to have an M4. You don't want to be having an M14 and dropping you. And always keep moving. As soon as you fire and they're focusing on your position, change location, move around. make sure you're always spread out and keep moving when you're firing at them. What I would suggest as well, once you do take out the AI, don't go straight to the server mission, because that's when enemy players who are watching are going to expect you to go to the mission. A lot of people will just wait for the players to clear the mission, wait for them to go, load up trucks and then kill them. Don't do that. Wait a couple of minutes while it's clear, look around, listen out, check your area, and then one of you move into the mission. So if that person is killed, then your other guy can then hopefully counter that. So those are a couple of things which my advice to do. As you can, the tactics which us at OSC use. It doesn't always work. You've seen plenty of videos where I've killed AI missions, and we've all been killed. It can completely vary, and it doesn't always work. But as long as you stick to those kind of guidelines, you're going to have a better chance of basically succeeding and staying alive. Do let me know in your comments below any other ways you would do things, if you've got any questions about it, and also let me know if you do want to see more of these kind of videos or any other way I can do these videos. Like I said, this is just the pilot one, it's the first one I've done. They will change as I do more and more, but let me know what you think in the comments below.